Undirected team. How's it going, y'all? I am DotSale, the undirected guy. And we got to talk about this team. We got to talk about this. John Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton's father, Giannis Antetokounmpo. They had a crazy game just recently, and there was some controversy at the end of the game, and we're gonna have to discuss that. But first, I got a question for y'all, team. Anybody that plays basketball right now, what do y'all think about basketballs and what you play with? So, I just want to show y'all a couple of the balls I got right here. We got this one right here. This is this is what the NBA players play with. This is an official NBA ball. It's very expensive. Remember, NBA went from Spalding to Wilson. I was actually watching that game, and I think it was kid with the glasses, Gary Trent Jr. He's actually got a Spalding on his arm, a tattoo of a Spalding basketball on his arm. Must have got that before Wilson took over and made these. But I like this. But a lot of people in men's leagues, I'm actually getting ready. Right after I leave here, I'm going to play in my men's league game. We're halfway through our spring season right now, so we're at game 3. We are 0-3 right now on my Wednesday team. I have teams 4 to 5 days a week usually. The Sunday and the Monday team are doing really good. The Wednesday team, we're 0-3, so I have to find a way to get us a win tonight. But I can't never use this in the men's league because guys don't really understand it. But it's a real NBA ball. We got this one right here. This is the Nike Elite right here. And you see it's got some wear and some we put a lot of hours into this ball right here. So I like this one. You know, obviously I can palm a basketball very easily. I love playing basketball. And I have the NXT. That's in the car because that's what we're going to use tonight. The NXT, that's the one that they use in the college tournament, the NCAA tournament. The Wilson NXT Evo. But this one right here is old college basketball right here. NAIA. The Rawlings right here. I actually really like this ball too, although, you know, these are a little outdated. You don't really see them as much anymore. But they were used a lot in college basketball, particularly JUCO. And I want to even say maybe like Division III and stuff like that. And I got the NXT that's not here. It's in the car. That's what we're going to use tonight in our league. And hopefully I can have a good game. But just want to talk to y'all about basketball, just so we're talking about basketball. And just wonder what type of balls y'all use. I do have a Wilson Evolution too. That seems like the men's league go-to basketball, which I think is the worst one out of all of them. But everybody seems to really like the Wilsons. Although I've been turning a lot of people on to the Evo NXT. A lot of people don't even know that's an official college ball. They think it's like, I don't know, they think it's too light. They all got different textures and stuff. All right, now on to what we want to talk about. Actually, let's just jump right into it, team. Let's get right into it. We're gonna start here. This is what you can expect from Giannis Antetokounmpo if you piss him off. Hold on real quick. Oh, okay. I got it right here. Hold on. Do we got sound? Let me get sound for y'all.
Get back.
They talking about the gorilla versus 100 men. What about 100 Giannis Antetokounmpos versus a gorilla? Who's going to win that one? All right, so that's what you can expect from Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, he was very reserved when a certain individual that is Tyrese Halliburton's father decided to taunt him in the end of a game when he was eliminated from the playoffs by the Pacers in a very, very tough game that they actually should have won. I mean, you know how Vegas does. Like, if you would have bet on the game when the Pacers were up, I believe 7 to 8 points with about 40 seconds left. I mean, if you would have bet $100 at that point on the Pacers to come back when they were down 7 with like 40 points or with like 40 seconds left, $100 probably would have got you somewhere around $5,000 because they basically had virtually no chance of winning. The Bucks basically had to do everything wrong and the Pacers had to do everything right, which is a very slim margin. And that's exactly what happened when ultimately Gary Trent Jr. Allowed the ball to go under his hands, which I think was not a good pass and it wasn't expected. And I don't really place blame on anybody on the team. If anybody that's ever played basketball understands, it's like all these things happen. Like, I'm gonna play tonight and I'm gonna make mistakes. I just had a game last week where there was we were down 2 points and it was a lot of chaos going on. Me and my team were kind of going back and forth, and there was just a lot of stuff going on. And usually I'm one of the most high IQ players on the team, but for whatever reason, they were in the bonus and they were shooting the front end of a 1-and-1, and the player missed it. For some reason, I thought that it was a 3-point game, but it was a 2-point game. And there was only like 11 seconds left in the game. So I actually took a 3-point shot because I thought we were supposed to tie it up, and there was possible contact on the play. But, you know, as you've seen in the Hardaway Jr., when he got fouled, that the refs said they missed the foul. It was kind of the same thing with me. Like, I probably got fouled, but the referees didn't want to determine the game at that point unless it was completely obvious. And he grazed me on my hip, but I don't mind the refs not calling it. I didn't take a good shot. I could have got to the bucket and tied the game up. The same thing that Halliburton did in this game that ultimately got them to overtime and won them the game. And, you know, I made a mistake, so it happens to all of us. So I don't think it's ever a time when you come to sports where you should be bragging and all of that type of stuff. So we're going to see right here where Giannis Antetokounmpo gets into it with Tyrese Halliburton, his father, right here. And he goes in and checks him. Halliburton's father, right here. And we're going to look at also how it started. I think I got it right here. Let me make sure I got the right clip. Okay, this is it. This is how it started right here. And this is disgusting by Halliburton's dad. And I do want to go and say that he did apologize via Twitter X when he did apologize for what he did to Giannis. And we'll see if we can find that. I might have it saved in my bookmarks. So I'll look and see if I can get that apology up by John Halliburton, which came well after the fact, but it still came nonetheless. But if you can see right here, Halliburton's dad right there comes onto the playing floor. I mean, this is immediately after the game ended, and proceeds to taunt young Giannis Antetokounmpo in one of his most vulnerable, and like, because you got to realize when you just lose a game like that, you're seeing red. And to be honest, like what John Halliburton did at that moment could have absolutely got his head ripped off of his body. And I understand that from a player standpoint. You know, there's something that goes along with, I'll just let this play actually. There's something that goes along with being, this is him, I gotta take that call in a second. Let me actually turn this phone up. There's something that goes along with being humbled in winning. We all talk about being a sore loser, but being a sore winner is also a thing. And this is what being a sore loser looks like. When you've defeated your fellow man in combat, there's really no reason to rub it in with prejudice unless they did something extremely excruciating. Like, I don't know, like they killed your son or something like that, or executed your mom in front of your face. Well, then at that point, it's a whole different situation. But in this, these are two teams competing within the lines, and nothing got outside of it. And after the game was over, you shake hands, you move on, and you congratulate your opponent for moving on. To come up to him and continue to antagonize him after he's already defeated man is completely disgusting, and I can't rock with it. I know he apologized, but I still think there's no room for it. But good job on the apology. You know, I've won plenty of games, plenty of championships at all levels. And the one thing that I always do is after the game's over, assuming that nobody said anything derogatory towards me, like calling me the B word or threatening me in any type of crazy way, I always shake hands, even if we're talking crazy. They can be calling me garbage, saying I can't shoot, saying let him take the jump shot, saying just keep him out the paint, saying he can't dribble. You know, you get all of it. His defense is trash. You know, you hear all of it, right? And I'm just going light, but you know, there's some crazy things said. I've almost gone to blows with teams, and after the game, whether I win or lose, I'm always gonna offer my hand to shake. And if the other player doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But for me to understand and for me to be okay with it, that's what I have to do. So, you know, it was tough. You know what Halliburton's dad did at that point, and You know, I want to actually go to the clip of Halliburton saying that what his dad did wasn't okay, and this isn't it. We got it right here.
And then basically what happened.
Yeah, I mean, after we won, I kind of blacked out a little bit. I don't really remember a ton. Then all the guys grabbed me in my head. As far as the incident between Giannis and my pops, I had no idea it happened until I got to the back and was showed the video. Me and my pops have talked about that, and I don't agree with what transpired there from him. I think basketball is basketball, and let's keep it on the court. And I think that he just got excited, saw his son make a game winner, and came on the court. But I think we had a conversation, and I think he just needs to just allow me to just play basketball, stay over there. I'll come to him to celebrate. But I think just the emotions of the game just got excited there. But I talked with him. I'll talk with Giannis eventually about it. Just I don't think that my pops was in the right at all there, and unfortunate what happened in the end there. But I mean, this series was a lot of war of words, a lot of war of antics, a lot of stuff going.
So you got him right there, kind of saying that what his dad did was wrong, and I think we're gonna agree on that. I actually want to turn that off. That wasn't supposed to be in the back. Then we got Antenna right here.
Minimize their effort, but I remember when I won, my mom.
I'm gonna let this play. I'll be right back, team. I gotta get ready to go.
I believe like being humble in victory. That's how way I am. Now there's can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you gotta talk shit, and it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won a championship. They haven't. Okay, and that doesn't even say anything. I'm not trying to minimize their effort, but I remember when I won, my mom that she's never missed the games from February 11th or 13th when she came in Milwaukee against the Knicks. She never missed a game. When we won the championship, I remember my mom, she was scared to cross. She was like, am I allowed to come and hug my son? I see, except now my brother does media. For this year, he wants to come back and play. But like, except in that, you've never seen my family like see courtside. See, this is not something that we do. We don't. I try to keep my family away from the game. But losing the game, emotions run high. Having a fan, which at the moment I thought he was a fan, but then I realized he was Tyrese's son, which I love. Tyrese, I think he's a great competitor. He was his dad, sorry. Coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This the F we do. This. I feel like that's very, very disrespectful. My dad. If you guys go and ask and learn, my dad's not with us no more. My dad used to come in the family room and he was the most respectful person ever. When you come from nothing and you work your whole life to sell stuff in the street, and your whole life you'll be scared of the police of deporting you and sending you back to your country. You have to protect your kids with all means. You create this mentality of being humble your whole life, to not kind of disrespect anybody, not make the tension high, the emotions high, so anybody can snitch on you, say something bad about you. So when he came here, I remember I was like, Dad, why are you so humble? Why you go to the family room? You don't even say a word. You sit in the back. Why are you like that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's how I grew up. That's what I had around. So when I see other dads, which don't disrespect me, maybe if my son play basketball, I might be in the court. I might be the one on the court, and like 20 years later, you can play this interview and say, Giannis, you're contradicting yourself. But we'll see in 20 years. But I'm talking about right now how I feel. Having somebody's dad, which I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for his son, and I'm happy that he's happy for his son. That's how you're supposed to feel. But coming to me and disrespecting me and cursing at me, I think is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Okay? And I'm not the guy that points fingers, because in my neighborhood, snitches get stitches. So I don't want to say something, for him to say, to get fined or anything. But it's not respectful. I talked with him at the end, and I think we're in a good place.
All right, team. So we got Giannis right there. I'll let that whole clip play. That gave me a little bit of time to get all my stuff together. I think I have anything else? I had right here. This might give me copyrighted.
Does that make you a little more understanding of those who officiate your games?
Not really. No. Not really. I mean, he's a terrible ref. Don't let him lie. We got into it last night. He's a terrible ref. So, not really. It doesn't really help at all, to be honest.
So John Halliburton's father is actually a referee. So he should understand how tempers and how fans can really affect the game, because anybody that's refereed, and I am a referee at the Division III level, state tournament official this year. So that's pretty much the highest honor you can get within high school basketball, is being a tournament official, to where you get to officiate at the Target Center, Williams Arena, which is the U of M in Minnesota, and then also Gangelhoff is where I was at for my first year. This is my first year getting selected. And so I understand it, all the heckling and all that, and even at the lower levels. So, for his father to actually be an official is actually kind of insane that he acted out that way. Just understanding how it goes. Team, with this situation, it's just one of those where, it's embarrassing by Halliburton's dad. I think we'll give him a pass on this one, possibly. I mean, a little bit. Hadia got annihilated by Antenna. You know what I'm saying? Like if Kumbo would have got him, then it's crazy. And honestly, if his brother Giannis was there, I think that's how you say his name. He referenced him earlier when Giannis was talking. It probably would have been a whole different situation, because he don't play about his brother, and he shouldn't, right? I'm gonna go undirected perspective on this one. Do I have anything else? I think that's it. We're gonna go on an undirected perspective. We actually are gonna go light for this, because it's not anything that is unforgivable on either side. I just think that we gotta control our emotions a little bit better. And as a parent, that might be a lot of the other situation, is like, you don't understand because you're not a parent. Actually, I am a parent, and the way that I am with my children is I put the work in with them off the court. So I'm not really a screaming parent. You're not going to be out there seeing me, oh my God, my son had holding up signs and all that, because the work's already been there for us. And also I play the game, so I'm not as impressed. I never really come out as a fan. I come out more to observe and be helpful and try to improve on things, rather than just being out there mesmerized by what's going on. That's even when I watch basketball. It's the reason that you'll never see me wearing a LeBron jersey or anything like that, or a Steph Curry jersey. I think those players are amazing, but I don't think they're amazing in a way where I feel like I can't do what they can do. Obviously, I'll never shoot as good as Steph, but just from an athletic standpoint and all that type of stuff, it's not really that impressive by me. Because if I was Giannis's height, I would jump through the hoop. I'd be able to jump and put my feet into the rim if I was Giannis's height. That's the difference. We do got this. Actually, I'm just going to go here because I didn't want to put up his apology, just so we can put it to rest. And Giannis to say he's cool with him now. So, it's nothing now, but it's still something that we needed to discuss, team. And I sincerely apologize to Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Pacers organization, for my actions following the game. This is not a good reflection on our sport or my son, and I will not make this mistake again. And we will hold you to that, John Halliburton. I'm going to get up out of here, team, because I have to go immediately, and I got to play my own game, which means I can't watch the games tonight, which will be the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is where I'm at, my home state. They're playing basically 15 minutes away from me right now. I mean, I was born in Washington, but I live in Minnesota now. And then also the Houston Rockets and Golden State are playing. So I'm going to be on the court, not being able to watch those games, but I'll be keeping up for sure. What do we got? Let's go back to undirected perspective, and let's get the outro going. I appreciate y'all, team. Y'all are the best audience on the internet. Let's give y'all an applause. Y'all are the best. I want to know what y'all think about the basketballs. All the hoopers. The women can get in on this too. I know y'all use the 28.5, but it's all good. I'd like to hear what you have to say. I'm about to go out here, try to make sure I don't lose like the Bucks did to the Pacers. Let's get it.